in some cases all over the world. And each have affected them in a different way. Truly very honorable people. So I know dinner is coming soon, so I'm going to keep this brief and get right into the introduction of the individuals. The first individual that I'd like to introduce to you and who's receiving the first award tonight, we have, she happens to be my cousin, but more importantly, she's a dear, dear friend of mine, and that is Judge Diane DeAugustine.
Very grateful to be here. I want to thank Wally Jadon and everyone at MEA Television. I want to thank my family who's seated over here, the Dickows and Orams who are here. I really want to extend my congratulations, first of all, to the real doers tonight, and that's Bishop Ibrahim and Basil Bakal, and to Mr. Wally Jadon. Gyanochum Besimta. Ladies and gentlemen, I remember Wally Jadon's studio when it aired for 2 hours a day, and here we are with 24-hour-a-day programming. While the business has grown and changed, the purpose has not changed. Wally Jadon formed MEA to give a voice to our community, to highlight our success stories of the community, and to shed light on the concerns and issues that our community faces. MEA and Wally Jadon have given the world a picture of the plight of the Middle Eastern community, the Chaldean community. His cameras have given the world footage and snapshots of the plight of our Christian Iraqi community, their fears and their desires to live in peace and freedom with their right to practice their faith openly and without fear in Iraq. He has given a great voice to the displacement of the Iraqi refugees with the help of Basil Bakal and others, which has done so much to assist those who have been displaced, also seeking freedom and peace. Finally, here locally, MEA has also been a very strong voice for our Chaldean business owners by keeping the recent tragic stories in the media so that those who kill will be brought to justice. I'm going to deviate for just 1 second to say this about what's been happening. As we all know, at least 4 people have been killed recently at their grocery stores. 2 weeks ago, I spoke to a young lady who asked me to help her publicize her father's story. Her father was gunned down at her Family Dollar store in Ferndale. She told me how her family had been calling the media to keep her father's death in the news so that the killer would be caught. They have bought billboards, there is a reward. To Mr. Deli's family, I offer you my sympathies. What is really hard for me is I am in the justice system, and I could not tell her how this would work out. It was so difficult to not have the immediate answer for this young girl whose father was killed at the dollar store. But then I remembered I would be speaking tonight, and I told her that I would do everything I could to publicize all these stories, to keep it in the news so that these people would be caught. I implore all of our dedicated leaders tonight, those in law enforcement who are in the room this evening, to use all available resources on these matters that have caused so much pain to our families and our community. It wasn't really my intent to get up here to speak on that subject matter, but these people need to be brought to justice. We need to keep it in the news, and that's what I chose to speak about here tonight. I know that MEA will do their part. Congratulations to Wally, to his entire team. God bless you all. Thank you for this award.
Next recipient of the award also needs no introduction. If you've been involved with this community at all, you would know that this next person dedicates his entire cause for humanitarian causes here with the refugees. As Wally mentioned in his speech, Basil Bakal was one man who decided to step up and say, this is not right what's happening to all the Christians who've been displaced from Iraq because of the war. And he took it upon himself funded it practically entirely from his own pocket. And today, he serves millions of people over there, has sent millions of dollars over there, and the program is growing every day. I have some statistics for you, which are all in your program over there. They have sent over $2.2 million since the program has started, which is, since 2007, I believe. And they have helped over 110,000 people and growing. His goal is by the end of this year to reach 150,000 people. And believe me, this man is making a difference. This is really the legacy that you leave behind. Now, beyond being a great humanitarian that he is a very successful businessman. He's an entrepreneur who operates one of the finest hotels in the area. I've had the privilege of working on some of his transactions and know what kind of a business operator that he is. But I know his love and joy and pride comes from helping the refugees. Please join me in welcoming the recipient of the Humanitarian Award, Mr. Basil Bakal.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Bert, for this. I'm humbled. I'm humbled and honored to accept this award tonight on behalf of the Adopt a Refugee Family Volunteers. I would like to start by thanking the Lord, our God, for blessing us with all these things that we enjoy every day and we take for granted, and for choosing us to be humble servants in his vineyard. I would like to thank MEA TV, Wali Ja'dan, and the wonderful staff. This team, they're a business, but for us, they've been a charity. They've extended a helping hand for no charge at all. In fact, they've run a marathon, life marathon, which I know costs thousands of dollars, simply to help us help our people. So thank you, Wali. In the last 5 years, we have been blessed to touch the lives of 110,000 people. This effort would not have been possible without you, the donors. Many of you are sitting here tonight. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. You are the one that is making the difference in the life of these refugees.
Last honoree tonight is another very distinguished individual, and I'm proud to call him my friend as well, and that is Bishop Ibrahim. Bishop Ibrahim is actually in Rome dealing with church matters at this point, but he does have a message that we will be able to see on the screen shortly. A brief summary about Bishop Ibrahim. He was born in 1937. At the young age of 14, he entered the seminary. He felt the calling and entered the seminary. He became a priest in 1962. He served various parishes in Iraq until 1978, where he was sent to San Diego. A year later, he was asked to start a parish in Los Angeles, a large area, of course, large county, and he was very successful in accomplishing that. And in March 1982, he became the first Chaldean bishop for the United States of America. Bishop Ibrahim has worked tirelessly. Those of you that know him at his age, God bless him. He has so much energy. He has added at least 6 more parishes and more to come. I understand that he's in the process of building another church in Commerce Township to be another parish. And just recently, I had the privilege of working with him on a project in Brighton, Michigan, to be the St. George Shrine. It's going to be essentially a national shrine, replicating the shrine that's in the village of Tilcave, outside the village, right here in Brighton, Michigan. He has been instrumental in helping and supporting and founding so many organizations, including Adopt a Refugee and other organizations. The man's vision and leadership is evident every day and every time you talk to him. This year, he celebrates his Jubilee anniversary, 50 years as a priest and 50 years of community service. As I said earlier, each of these individuals have touched the lives of people around them in different ways. And Bishop Ibrahim has touched the lives of the entire Chaldean community throughout the United States. Now, he's not here to accept the award, as I said, but we have Father Boji to accept the award, and we have a word from Bishop Ibrahim. So please turn your attention to the screens.
فرصة العيد الثاني الاحتفال الثاني لتلفزيون وراديو ميئة أود أن أقدم شكري الجزيل لصاحبه السيد والي جعدان ولكل العاملين فيه ولكل الذين يشاهدونه أو يستمعون إلى الإذاعة. إني أثمن تقدير السيد والي جعدان وتلفزيون وراديو ميئة لهذا التقدير الذي أعطوه لي بهذه المناسبة، ولهذا أتمنى من كل قلبي كل التقدم والازدهار لتلفزيون وراديو ميئة لكي تصل إلى أهدافها، وخاصة بالنسبة إلى أبناء جاليتنا الكلدانية أو الشرق أوسطية. فإني من كل القلب أشكر كل الذين يساهمون في هذا المشروع الكبير، وأتمنى له كل النجاح والتقدم والانتشار وأن يصل إلى غايته، خاصة أن غايات التلفزيون والإذاعة هي غايات نبيلة، هي من أجل تقويم العادات الغير الصالحة ومن أجل إعطاء القيم الجيدة في هذا البلد أو القيم التي ورثناها من آبائنا وأجدادنا. ولهذا إني بكل فرح وبكل سرور أقبل هذه الجائزة التي أعطاها لي السيد والي جعدان تلفزيون ميئة وراديو. فهذا التقدير أود أن أقول له شكرا جزيلا، وليكن الله معك للتوفيق والنجاح دوما وإلى الأبد.
Of His Excellency Bishop Ibrahim, I'm glad to accept this reward as a sign of the respect of the whole community through the institution of MEA as a radio and TV. I would like to thank them for the services that they are doing, all the social, religious, political, cultural services that they are doing to the Chaldean and Arab community, not only locally, but all around the world. I would like also, on behalf of His Excellency, to thank you all for your spiritual support, your prayers, to be a spiritual reader to a community. It's not an easy job without the grace of God, without the prayers of the community. And I would like also to extend my thanks to all the institutions of our community, being Adopt a Refugee Family Program, and also all the programs that our community is having for the service of our people. The total reward from God to every person will be when she forgets about herself, himself, to render a service to other people. So in this spirit, on behalf of His Excellency, I am very thankful to MEA TV and Radio to accept this award.
Bishop Ibrahim is not just spiritual leader, but a true leader of this community.